one. And people are responding differently now that we showing, oh, nigga, there will be a price to pay for this. There will be a price to pay. But don't fool yourselves. This is just the beginning of it. But the reason for that, brother, is up until this point, there had previously been no penalty. Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King. At least we got Snoop to put down the smackdown for a little bit. Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King, both of them are on the run. Remember Oprah Winfrey held her special, supposed TV special, and where do we go from here? Didn't nobody watch that bull jive? So her sponsors are going to be like, why in the hell we pay you to put on another show? Nobody watched your last one. They've suffered serious social, political, and now financial penalties. It's been a long time coming, in the words of Crosby, Stills, and Nash. In the words of Crosby, Stills, and Nash, it's been a long time coming, but the check for your ass has finally come due, and they're not taking it well at all. Oprah Winfrey broke down in tears, remember her? You ain't never seen Oprah Winfrey give a damn about what black folk thought before now. She told black people, you can eat my ass on a cinder block. But as soon as we broke them down, she was on national TV crying, and my friend Gayle, and they're calling us coons and everything. It's just ridiculous. I mean, she couldn't take it for 2 seconds. It broke her psyche on contact. For 35 years, she thought she was sitting on top of the world and would never have to pay the penalty for her actions. It happened in one day and she broke. She broke. So you're going to see things change, brother, but the difference between then and now is that there's now actually a penalty. Enough black people, not everybody, but enough of us are on code now that there's a real penalty being paid. And nothing's going to be the same. Thank you very much for giving us a call here tonight. I'm going to see if I can take a few more phone calls here. I don't want to be up too late taking a bunch of phone calls, but I'll try to take a few more. Let me get caller from area code 908. You're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Name's Omar, calling from Trenton, New Jersey.
Omar from New Jersey. What's on your mind?
I used to actually defend Bill Clinton when that blowjob thing happened in office. But when he brought up Stokely Carmichael, that was just not needed. And the thing is that the reason why it bothers me so much is because I shook hands with Stokely Carmichael when I was a child. When I was like 7, 8 years old, he actually came to my house. My father was big in the pro-black movement at the time, and needed a place to stay. And I had to talk with him. I remember this when I was a kid. And you can tell when someone's a good spirit. You can tell when someone, even as a kid, is a genuine person. And, to bring him up as some type of antagonist to the civil rights, that wasn't needed.
That there was something wrong.
I wish they'd believe.
The sin of Bill Clinton opening his damn perverted mouth is you're sitting up here talking as if Stokely Carmichael did something wrong. Like there was something wrong with Stokely that there was something wrong with Stokely Carmichael or Stokely Carmichael's philosophies or tactics. That like there was something wrong about that. That's the crime that Bill Clinton committed.
He couldn't. My thing was, it didn't matter what it is. He was in the field of marching. He was there doing the work. So you trying to make it seem like, oh, this guy was a villain. No, he wasn't. He was with Dr. King doing the same thing he was. What the hell are you talking about? So it lets me know this ain't about no civil rights. They don't care about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want to make sure that your black ass is not going to get on their asses when the time comes.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a crop.
And that's to me.
They have a crop of bought and paid for niggas whose job is to shepherd us back to the plantation. Whenever something goes wrong, you're supposed to march out some old niggas and say, well, I'm old and got gray hairs and y'all need to listen to me. And that was why I went on the warpath a decade ago teaching the young generation you ain't got no elders, you don't have to respect them, and you gotta watch these old niggas. Now it's to the point now you can't march none of them out here. This started 7 years ago. You can't march any of them out here talking about they gonna lead us and instruct us and be authorities for us to look up to. You can't do that anymore. Thank you very much for giving us a call tonight. Please do give us a call again, because we definitely want to go ahead and talk about that as well. If you want to talk about Stokely Carmichael, another thing that we need to learn, Stokely was born in Trinidad. That's the thing about Stokely Carmichael. He was born in Trinidad, for those of you who don't know. This was back when there wasn't a debate over what being black means. This was back when there wasn't a debate over that. We got a debate about it now, which we are now straightening out, because we are now saying that we're going to define blackness for ourselves. But this was a black man who had spent the first decade of his life in Trinidad, came to the United States, and was immediately on the war path against white supremacy. No, they don't want us talking about these things in those terms. They don't want us talking about it like that.